Hello friends, this is Lorraine with Rags to Stitches USA. Today is Sunday, August 4th, and this is a hard video for me to start. I want to start off by paying tribute to my sweet, precious friend Daleen. As many of y'all probably know by now, Daleen passed away yesterday morning. Daleen is so grateful on Instagram and on Flosstube. And I know most of y'all that follow me probably watch her. She is a precious, precious woman and has made such an impact in the Flosstube community and has been such an encourager to everybody that she touches, honestly. We've had many, many conversations over the years, and in each one she strives to make you feel special and loved and valued, and she is going to be truly missed in the cross-stitch community. She was a dear friend. I'm blessed to be able to call her my friend. Becca Sambry Stitches put a video out today, I think, and she was showing a chart that she designed in honor and memory of Daleen. And it's a freebie, so if you go to her website or to her blog, you can print out that freebie. And she and the Bougie Stitchers have started a hashtag, hashtag Stitching with Daleen. And you don't have to stitch on this freebie, but if you would be so inclined to stitch something as we think of Miss Daleen and look back on the impact that she had on our lives, and as you pray for Mr. Wright, for Bruce, her husband, and their family, I know they would covet your prayers as well. I am going to start a little small, probably when I finish making this video, that I received at a retreat that I just came back from. I got this, I don't know if I should show this because all I have is the pattern, but she designed, Laura Banks designed a little chart, and I'll just flash it real quick. So it's just a little strawberry small. And Laura gave everyone at the retreat a ball jar lid, these zinc lids with the glass insert, and the trim and the chart to make a little small, and it's just precious. She had hers finished and had it there at the retreat. And so I am going to start this little small in honor and in memory of Miss Daleen today. She loved her garden. She loved her fresh vegetables and fresh fruits, and she loved baking healthy things. And so I thought this little strawberry small would be a good one for me to stitch in honor and in memory of her. The retreat that I mentioned was a retreat with some of my Alabama friends, and I had a great time. I brought back a lovely virus, and my voice still is not quite right yet, and I still have, a little bit of sniffles and a little bit of fatigue. So that's one reason I haven't made a video since, videotape, is that showing my age? That's why I haven't made a video since I've been back. But one thing that I saw while I was there that I immediately ordered while I was there, and have since received since I've been home, is a frame, and y'all may have seen these already. It's just the first time I had seen one up close and personal. And Callie from Floss Boss and Cousins was using this to stitch on some perforated paper. And hers was a different design than this, but it was the same size that I ordered, and I just loved it. So it's a frame that's magnetized, and so you just put it's really magnetized. You put your perforated paper on top here, and then you put your magnet there, and it holds your perforated paper nice and snug, and you can hold on to this instead of holding on to the paper. And I have several. I want to do the 12 Days of Christmas stockings from Annie B's Folk Art, and I think that's right. And so I think this will be great for that. So I ordered this from Etsy, and for the life of me, I can't think of the name of the Etsy shop where I got it. But if you're interested, just send me a message. I am ragstostitchesusa@gmail.com. You can just send me an email, and I'll try to find the Etsy shop where I ordered it. But this is what I got. And they have different flavors and different sizes. The size is in, I guess it's in metric units. This was a 14, which is what Callie had, and she told me, thank goodness she had told me what size she used, because I wouldn't have known what to get. But they have smaller and larger ones than this. If they don't have this in a 14, they didn't have the size that she was using, the design that she was using in a 14 anymore, so that's why I got a slightly different design. Hers was lighter than this. But anyway, they had lots to choose from. So I'm excited to start using this. I've never actually stitched on perforated paper before, so I want to do the 12 Days of Christmas stockings, and I want to do some little sleds that I've seen. So anyway, I think that'll be good for that. I have been stitching the Stitch the Olympics. It's hashtag Stitch the Summer Olympics, and have really been enjoying that as I watch the Olympics. And so Katie, the Naptime Stitcher, started this hashtag, and it's been a lot of fun. And so I'm just going to show you some of the things that I've been working on, because I honestly can't remember what I showed you the last time I videoed, and I didn't go back and watch my last video. But I will show you what I have done so far in stitching the Olympics. I'll put it over on the other side of the table. Sorry about that. Okay, and so she has a nice little printout that you can print out, and as you can see, I've written on mine. But it takes you from July 26th all the way through to the closing ceremonies, and each day you were to stitch on something that has something to do with the Olympics that day. So on July 26th, that was a Friday, that was the opening ceremonies, and so you were supposed to start on a new start or stitch something that you started in 2024. And so for me, I had started this earlier. I may have started this in, excuse me, June or July, because I had wanted to stitch these little animal crackers, and this is Maggie May by Stacy Nash. And I thought this would be a good one to take with me on retreat, because it had a lot of fill-in. And so I had just stitched the outline of some of these and took it with me on retreat so that I could just sit there and fill in, which I didn't do. But I had it filled in. I mean, I had it outlined anyway, just in case. So I stitched a little bit since I've been home, not a whole lot. But there's not a stitch requirement for Stitch the Summer Olympics. I've been shooting to do a couple of hundred stitches on each prompt. So this is where I am on Maggie May. It doesn't look much like her yet, but she's getting there. So I love these little animal crackers. I think they're just adorable. And I hope to stitch a lot more of these. My goal is when I finish this one to start another one. Because those are a lot of fun. Okay, day 2 was the Parade of Nations, and you were to stitch on something patriotic for any country of your choice. I chose the USA, and so I am stitching on Faded Flag by October House. I know a lot of people have stitched this one. And I'm almost finished with it. Is that the last? No, I've got one more red row of stripes to go, and then I've just got to finish those bottom 2. The 2 stripes here on the bottom, and then one more complete stripe. And it goes pretty quickly. And there's several colors of red in there. But I saw this stitched up at Country Sampler when Cheryl and I went not too long ago, and just loved it. It's just a darling little pillow. So that is what I stitched for day 2. Day 3 of the Summer Olympics was to stitch something related to summer. And I don't have a lot of summer smalls. I didn't know that I had any, well, not just smalls, but anything really related to summer. I have since found something that I want to start, and I'm going to be starting it probably today. And this will be another one that I will probably stitch as Stitch with Daleen. It's going to be the, oh golly, what is the name of it? It's out of the Souvenirs of Summer Blackbird book. And the name's not coming to me. It's the one that Callie is using for her birthday sal. So I'm going to be stitching that. And that's kind of a summer piece because it came out of the Souvenirs of Summer book. So, but since I didn't have that started yet, I started on Garden Urn Pin Keep Kit by Samplers Not Forgotten. I've had this for a while, and you know, she has come out with a lot of these little kits, and I love them dearly. So I pulled this one out. It came with the backing and the little heart and the buttons and everything you need to make this little pillow. Really sweet, really sweet. So, and it has flowers that reminded me of summer. So this is my little start. Whoops, there we go. It's the bottom. This is stitched, I haven't been telling you what all these things are stitched on. This is stitched on 36 count vintage pear by Lakeside. Really sweet. And do I have the colors? Yes. This, as you know, it was a kit, and the colors all came just twisted and tied together. So I put these on some floss drops that I received at the North Alabama retreat. So I love these colors on this. It's going to be really pretty. Okay, that was day 3. Day 4 is stitch with a floss or on a fabric in a color from the Olympic rings: blue, yellow, black, green, or red. And so I am stitching you know what, I brought the wrong thing in here. I am stitching Every Bloom is Charmed by Blackbird Designs, and I did not bring that in here with me. It is on my Instagram if you would like to go and see this. It's an exclusive so far. I don't think Blackbird has released it yet. It was an exclusive that we got at a retreat from Country Sampler last year. And I don't think it's been released yet. It's the top of a little basket, and we received the little basket as well. So I will try to remember to show that on my next Flosstube. On the 30th, we were to, that was swimming day, so we were supposed to stitch something with water. So I stitched on A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. And as you can see, there's some water there underneath that boat. I have been stitching on this for several years, and I truly love this. I had started it and got this much of it finished when I realized there was a hole in my fabric. So I ditched that and turned it around and started stitching on the other side. And this is where I am on this one. I'm working my way back down on the right-hand side of the border, and then I'll probably come over here on the left-hand side and work my way down a little bit and then fill in the middle again some more. But this one is a lot of fun to stitch. I really do enjoy it, but I try to touch a lot of my whips during the month, and so I kind of shoot for about 300 stitches in a day. I don't always get to do that, but that's kind of what I shoot for. And so some months that may be all that particular whip gets is 300 stitches. So it takes a while for you to really see much progress, but I love stitching on something different every day. There are some things that I'm probably going to have to work on a little more frequently than once a month. I'm working on a project for my Sampler Guild for my journey piece, and I'm not finished with my obligation for that yet, and I have to show it in October. So I will probably hunker down and start stitching on that for several days until I'm supposed to get a quarter of it done. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet, so I will probably start giving it a lot more love. Okay, on July 31st, it was cycling, so I was supposed to stitch with something that contained something round. And so I chose Though He Seemeth Sleeping by Becky Nolan, Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches. And there are some little round, I don't know, are these flowers? Are they different kind of fruits? I'm assuming those are flowers. So that may be a stretch, but those are the round things. So this particular whip has rounds, and I wanted to stitch on this one. So this is my progress on it. I am stitching this on a bed sheet of 36 count Legacy from Picture This Plus. I'm really bad about not cutting my fabric until I finish my project, and I happen to have a yard of this, so there's quite a bit of extra fabric here. And as you can see, that's the bottom of the border. So I am still just at the top here, and there's some ghost letters, and that is okay with me. I am truly enjoying this stitch. When Becky put out this kit, well, did she sell this? Yes, she sold these as kits, and she gave you a choice, like 4 different colorways that you could choose from. And so I chose one that's not quite as bright as some of the other choices, but I do enjoy this. It's been a fun one. So I will keep plugging away at this. I'm kind of starting to plan my September stitching, and I'm hoping to stitch on a different sampler every day, or at least 24 or 25 of the days. And so I probably have enough of those samplers already started, but if I don't, that'll give me a good excuse to start some new ones, because heaven knows I have lots of them kitted up, and some of them are quite old, but they're still very, very pretty and quite lovely, and I would like to stitch them. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm already excited about September, and August just has gotten started. Okay, August 1st was a marathon. So we were supposed to stitch on one of my oldest whips. And this one, it's not the oldest, but it's one of my older ones, is the red and green carnation sampler from Samplers Remembered. This was a kit that we received several years ago, and quite a few of my friends have already finished it. So it came with the sampler as well as the little Merry Christmas roll. And even though it has the little Christmas, it's all red and green, but it doesn't scream Christmas to me. So this is my progress on that. I've almost finished the alphabet in the center. I think I really just have to finish up that Q, and I think all my letters are going to be finished, and then I can just finish up the rest of the border. But this has been a real fun one too. I've enjoyed this. I'm not going to say I will try to finish it my next go round, because I think that's just a little more than what I'll have time to do, but it shouldn't take me much longer to finish that one. And I'm a process stitcher more than a project stitcher. I just enjoy the stitching. You know, I'm not in a hurry to get any of these done. Does it bother me that I have a ton of whips? Not one bit. Not one bit, because I enjoy every one that I'm stitching on. And you know, I was looking at some of my whips the other day, and I do have a few that I have not stitched on in, golly, more than a year. And I think about pulling them out, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not feeling it. So I think I may go through some of those and pass those on to some of you guys that might be more interested in stitching it, because if I don't feel it pretty soon, I'm probably not going to feel it. And some of you may enjoy stitching it more than I would. So there's no need in it laying over there in one of my trunks, just waiting for somebody to touch it. All right. August 2nd was beach volleyball. So we were supposed to stitch on something with more than one person. So I chose Maria Finney, 1832, which is Adam and Eve's house by Shakespeare's Peddler. And there are Adam and Eve. So that's more than one person. And I don't have a huge start on this. I started at the top, and normally I kind of go around and stitch the border, and I did not do that one on this. I did not do that this time on this one. I stitched this top border, and then I went on with the alphabet. So here is my progress on this. I didn't even finish the top of the border, actually. So it's a meager start, but it's a start. And I don't know what I'm stitching on this. This is, I do think I'm using the called for. This is 36 count straw by Weeks, and it's using Classic Colorworks and Weeks hand-dyed flosses. So that's Maria Finney. And I'm having fun with her too. I love all of these that I've shown you. I love every one of them. Alrighty, on August 3rd, yesterday, it was the rowing day. We were to stitch something with a row of something or with a border. And I chose Martha Pudsey. Let me get this out of the way. By the Scarlet House. Another Adam and Eve. I love Adam and Eve samplers. And so this one, all I have done is the border, and I don't have the border completed, but at least I know that it's going to meet up. I'm stitching this on 36 count ale. Here again, it's another 1 yard piece, so it's another bed sheet. But I have the border, at least the skinny part of the border, stitched all the way around, so I know that it's going to meet up. And this is like three strands going all the way down. There's 2 red X's with a green one in the middle. So I'm working on getting those 3 done all the way around. Especially when I'm stitching at night and I don't have a lot of time to stitch, but I'm trying to get in at least 300 stitches. This type of stitching goes really fast because I'm not having to look at my pattern because I'm just following along the inside here, or I'm not having to change flosses. So if you've got a big chunk that you want to get done in a relatively short period of time, this is a good way to get it done. Alrighty, I have not done my stitching for today, which is, we're back at the Olympic Village and we're supposed to stitch something with a house or a building. So I am going to be stitching on Berry Days at Thistledown Farm. This is by Brenda Gervais. It's a little sewing box. And I have the box to put it on. A friend of mine brought this back for me from market several years ago when this first came out. And so I'm going to be stitching on that today. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus. And I still have threads dangling from it, so let me try to get those out of the way so you can see. It's not very big. I think that's each side. Yeah, that's each side of it. It's almost the exact same size as the pattern there, so you can see it's not going to be huge. But I do love it. So that is what I have done so far with the Olympics. We have, I think 6 more days to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 more days to go. But this has been a lot of fun. I have really enjoyed stitching the Olympics and laying my hands on them. I've been trying to do something different every day, and that's been a lot of fun. So I am almost at my 30-minute mark, which is kind of where I like to leave off. So thank you so much for watching me and for putting up with this scratchy voice, and for coming back to watch me, even though my videos aren't predictable. You never know when I'm going to be putting out another one, but I do appreciate you friends very much. And please keep Daleen's family in your prayers. She had been sick for a little while, but it's never easy to lose someone, and Daleen was so special. So I'm going to sign off for now and leave you and maybe go get some stitching done. So until I see you next time, friends, God bless.